and welcome to your favorite show on national television, Crossroads, always brought to you by the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports as part of its virtual youth development program. As always, I'm your host, Karim Nelson, and joined by
Jacques Wooding, and we are so happy to be back for another episode of Crossroads. But if you're tuning in, you would realize that something is different than usual. Karim, what's up with Crossroads?
Yeah, something is new. I can't quite tell. Maybe
put my finger on it, really.
Maybe a new day. We're on Wednesdays now, so we will be carrying the show on Wednesdays. But Shaka, is there something else different?
Well, you know, we've been spicing things up a bit as well. We thought that we'd bring a new set and a little splash of extra color onto Crossroads. We've been listening to the feedback, and of course, we're bringing you the vibes that you want. So yes, this is the new home of Crossroads.
Yeah, it's vibrant. I like it. I like the couch. I really like the couch. But to get into tonight's show, we have one of Saint Lucia's most talented young people, I would say. We have swimmer Tristan Dorville in house. So Tristan, how are you doing? Tell the people hello.
Yeah, I'm alright. Good evening, Saint Lucia, and good evening.
Alright, so the people who may not know who you are, just a short little introduction. You could tell the people who you are.
My name is Tristan Dorville. I swim, I draw, I am into school. That's a lie, by the way.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I'm enthusiastic about what I do, and I put my all into everything I do. Try to enjoy life. Yeah.
And how long have you been a swimmer?
I've been swimming for 9 years.
Now, as a young person, that's a lot of your life dedicated to something, you know. I mean, school for sure, you don't really have a choice there. But otherwise, swimming, to get into something like that and then to be so passionate about it, when you speak about it, you could tell it's not just something that you're doing because maybe mommy and daddy might want you to do it. All right, but actually, we got a chance to meet up with his parents and his coach recently. And of course, we are bringing you some behind the scenes. So let's find out some more about Tristan Dorville in this video.
My name is Cheryl Goddard Dorville, and I am the mother of Tristan Dorville. From age 3 months, Tristan has been active in the pool. Always enjoyed as a baby being in the pool. First off, going to his godmother's house and interacting with her 2 sons, Jordan Auger, who is no stranger to swimming, and Jean-Luc Auger, both of them having been national swimmers. At age 16 months, Tristan went into the Montessori Center for his preschool, and at that time they took students to the pool as part of the curriculum to swim. So Tristan would go to the aquatic center for swimming classes at least once a week, and that is where Tristan's love for swimming really started to show. Tristan's real blossoming came about, I think, around when he was selected on the first occasion to be an alternate on the Saint Lucia OECS swim team. He was excited about being an alternate until he realized that the alternate actually would not swim. As a parent, it is nerve-wracking, I would say, to experience Tristan in competition, although I know that he always puts on his best game when he hits the pool. More recently, I attended the CC Swim Championships with Tristan in Barbados in July 2022. I actually attended the meet in my capacity as team manager of the Saint Lucia team. And I must say that this experience, although I knew Tristan was extremely prepared for these games, had me in a tizzy, I would say. I Although I was team manager, when it was time for Tristan to swim, I found myself having a meltdown. To the extent that in his finals, I was unable to go to poolside, and I literally sat under the tent waiting for someone to tell me what the outcome of the race was. So that is the kind of anxiety that is created. Positive anxiety, of course, but anxiety nonetheless as a parent watching your child swim.
My name is Martin Dorville. I'm the father of Tristan Dorville. Well, my philosophy as a dad is to always play a very integral role in every aspect of your kid's life. And so I dedicate a great part of my life to the raising of my two boys, Tristan and Noah. As it relates to Tristan, always have fun. And that's one of the things I love about him in swimming. Always had fun and keeps having fun. In fact, among the things that persons would not know is that before Tristan really became serious about swimming, I think it was more so all fun for him. So at times very distracted, not really listening to what the coaches would be saying because he was having fun in the water. But then when the competition started to come about, he had that desire to want to represent. And my wife would have indicated that his turning point in swimming was when he was selected for the OECS team, but as an alternate, and never really got a chance to compete. There he vowed that this would never happen to him again. And in fact, it never did. From then on, he always made the national team and always excelled in his competitions. And we have seen the rewards of that approach to anything that he puts his mind to. Is he there yet? Do we have moments where we need to check up on him and make sure that he does what he's supposed to do to discipline him? Yes, we do. But all that is part of learning, and we see the fruits of his labor, and we see the fruits of the labor that we put into him. And I'm very happy on the track that he is on right now. Very, very proud of him. And of course, he has our commitment as parents to make sure that we help him get there.
Good afternoon. My name is Coach John. I coach with the CJ Swim Club. I'm the assistant coach. I met Tristan Dorville about 4 years ago. Well, not really met, but I've had the honor of coaching him with CJs for about 4 years now. And Tristan has continued to push the boundaries of his training every single time he gets in the pool. He's very receptive to correction. He's very accepting of changes and new challenges that we bring to him every single time that he gets into the pool. He pushes himself 150% at every practice. Tristan has truly grown to be a very remarkable athlete. I first encountered Tristan a few years ago when he was actually in the Learn to Swim department with his school. I think it was Montessori. And I actually trained him. And though he was a very high energy child, he has never really pushed himself to his potential until he got a little older, and then he started to really, really work out and train hard with his club. I asked him a few weeks ago, Tristan, what made you change from being just an average swimmer to where you are now? He said, Coach John, I was just tired of losing. I wanted to win. And with that, he actually changed his mindset to one of a true athlete, of a winning athlete. Tristan is an athlete that would, if I had to tell him, we have training at 2:30 in the morning, rest assured, Tristan would be there at 2:30 in the morning to train. That is the kind of spirit that he has.
Hi, my name is Norm Banfield. I've been a CJ coach since September 2012. I've known Tristan probably most of his swimming career. And he's a nice young kid to work with. Good attitude, doesn't get upset, or I haven't seen him get upset. but he fights hard. I give him some really tough stuff to do, and he tries. He cannot make it all the time, but he tries. And then he comes back the next day, and we try it again. And then he comes back again, we try it again, until he can get it all completed. He works hard. The unfortunate thing about swimming in Saint Lucia, the kids don't have enough time in the pool. You got to imagine the kids that are Tristan's age in the United States, Canada, Great Britain, Australia, the big swim countries, they train 20 hours a week. Tristan is lucky if he's getting 10 in. And I'm talking like 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon. Monday doubles, Tuesdays doubles, Wednesday morning, Wednesday afternoon off, Thursday doubles, Friday doubles, Saturday 3 hours. And then also he has to do his weight training sessions, which is convenient because Coach Brian owns Be Fit, and he can fit Tristan in whenever the time suits them. So it's great that they get on a schedule that they can do that. Tristan has got a lot of potential. He just needs the time in the pool. And the thing is, he works hard, and we set the goals up so that, that he understands them. He's got great potential, and I can't wait to see what his future holds for him. Thank you very much.
I am Brian Charles, the head coach of CJ Swim Club and Tristan's coach. So I've been coaching Tristan since he was in 8 and under age group, which is about 9 years ago. So it's been coaching Tristan for about 9 years. It was a joy to coach Tristan. He progressed from 10 and under to 11 to 12, up to where he is now in 13 to 14 age group, and excelled at all the intervals that he was put forward towards him. So a coach's dream is, if you want to put it in a dictionary, would be a picture of Tristan Dorville in terms of his commitment. Tristan is the kind of person that came to you and said to you, Coach, I want to do this. Coach, I want to work harder. Coach, I wanted to do more practices. Coach, I want to do this. So it was a matter of me making sure that Tristan got the opportunities to be the best that he could be. So, it was, Tristan is basically a dream come true in terms of a coach's perspective from a.
All right, Tristan, now we heard everybody say some great things about you, and before us now we have some of the fruits of your work. Now you couldn't obviously carry all that around. I assume it's a lot of pressure on your neck carrying around all those medals, but what does it feel like coming from that space, like they said, being chosen as an alternate for the OECS team versus coming out and making a name for yourself in swimming?
It's alright, I guess. I worked really hard to be where I am today. It feels really good to be in this position, but I'm not there yet. Always have to keep working. You don't get complacent in the pool, always put in the work, the effort, so I can continue to excel. I don't want to stagnate.
You have coaches everywhere swooning over those statements, I'm sure.
But you said you don't want to stagnate, and I think you said you have worked hard, but can you just give the viewers maybe a rundown of the medals you're wearing right now, at what competitions you got them, just a little bit more insight?
Okay, well, these are my Carifta medals. Right here are my CC Can medals, and right here is my Carifta High Point Trophy. So at Carifta I won 3 golds, 3 silvers and 1 bronze. CC Can 2 bronze, 1 silver. And the High Point Trophy, High Point, I got the most points.
All right. And how did it feel to kind of win all those trophies at Carifta? Because I think it was a 7-medal haul. What did it feel for you in that moment?
In the moment, nothing much. After I came back, it started to sink in a little bit more. Because I worked for this for a very long time. And it's like everything came together. I was really ecstatic.
Now you said in the moment you didn't feel much, but we know it was the complete opposite for your mom. So what was it like knowing, she had so much energy about the competition?
Well, she didn't watch my races.
Yeah.
She stayed in the tent.
In the
at
tent.
back. But after I came back though, we had conversations. She was alright. And obviously, as I'm swimming, I don't know how she's feeling. But since she's nervous, I could take something from that and like, oh, she wants me to do well.
Oh.
So when I swim, I try and make her proud.
Oh, we might have to have some Mother's Day races. That's okay.
And speaking about like how your mom was maybe so enthusiastic, how does it feel to have parents that actually support something that you want to do? Because oftentimes, some young people, they may have these aspirations, but they may not have that support circle. So to have your parents fully involved and encouraging you, how does that feel, especially as a young athlete?
It means the world to me. Without my parents, my coaches, even my friends, my mentors along the way, I wouldn't be able to be where I am right now. I wouldn't be in this position, I wouldn't be in this chair. these medals and the trophy. Okay. I need them, they push me, they support me, they make sure that I know that they are there with me every step of the way, and that means a lot to me.
Right. Well, you've been swimming, like you said, for 9 years. Throughout your journey, of course, your dad would have said it would not have started out so serious, but it became serious after a while. Is there anybody that you look up to as a professional athlete, or could it be one of your coaches, or your mom? Because I'm loving to see the energy of your relationship with her.
Well, I look up to a lot of people, not just one person. I look up to my coaches. I look up to some of my teachers in school. I look up to some of my peers, some swimmers, Gian, one of them.
Of course. Oh yeah, CJs, okay.
Yes. I also look up to some professional athletes, like you said, Caleb Dressel. I look at their techniques, their attitude towards sports. I recently met the world record holder at Junior World Championships, David Popovich. I got to speak with him, so I'm looking up to him. Michael Phelps, the greatest swimmer of all time. I look up to all these people, and I think you can take away little pieces of what makes them them, and kind of stitch it together to make and infuse it with what you are to make a better you. But you have to learn from people.
All right. So speaking about that, what are some of the attributes that you may have identified from them through speaking to them that you would want to emulate in your swimming career?
Different things. The professionals, more technique. People I'm with, that I interact with on a daily basis, more frequently, is attitude and how you approach races and stuff like that. So to remain calm and within yourself, and not be fidgety and panicking. You have to calm yourself when you go into a race. And also sportsmanship.
Cool.
Now, one of the things your coach mentioned, one of your coaches mentioned, is that if he were to call you and say, hey Tristan, let's have training at 2:30 in the morning, you would appear and you would be there and you would be ready to train. Now, that makes me curious. What would you say has been your craziest schedule in terms of training?
This summer, leading up to World Championships, God, so painful. Every day we're training except for Sunday. Okay. Yeah, Sunday is sleep day, eat day, relax day. But Mondays I'm in the pool, I'm in the gym. In the morning and in the afternoon. Tuesday in the pool twice a day, morning and afternoon. Wednesday, gym, pool in the morning and pool in the afternoon again. Thursday, mornings in the pool and afternoons in the pool. Friday, gym, pool, and then pool again. And then Saturday, train on the beach. So the beach we do like CrossFit. So weights and dry land, and then we swim up and down the beach by landings. Yeah, so sometimes you wake up in the morning and you're totally broken down.
Yeah, I'm just tired listening.
I'm tired thinking about
to the schedule. But through you relaying that schedule, I'm just curious, how did you go from something you did for fun to something you have now taken so serious and seen the fruits of your labor? So what was that transition like for you? Like, just elaborate on that a little bit.
It's a pretty smooth transition. After I got selected for the OECS team, I think in 2017, where I was an alternate. 2017. I was an alternate. I was so excited. But yeah, I didn't get to swim. I kept asking, when do I get to swim? It never happened, and I was it upset me really, because I went in there expected to swim. And I'm like alternate. Didn't click with me then, but yeah, I made a promise to myself. I said this will never happen to me again, and then from then on, I really focused on what I had to do for that to not happen to me again, for me to be the best. And that's where I'm heading right now. That's where I want to be.
You know, they say when life gives you lemons, some of us make lemonade. Tristan makes medals and trophies. You know, we're equipped differently with how we address life.
Yeah. So we've taken a dive. I don't want to be cringy, but we just took a dive into your swimming career. But there's more layers to who Tristan Dorville is, and believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, he is an artist. But for now, we're going to take a break, and then when we get back, we'll get into some of the other layers of Tristan Dorville.
Dive deeper
Yeah,
into Tristan Dorville.
Are you looking to broaden your career opportunities? Future-proof your career with a bachelor's degree from the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. We've introduced new cutting-edge degree programs in Environmental Studies and Sustainability, Tourism and Hospitality, Business Administration, and Public Health. Online platforms are making it easier than ever before to further your education and mask your competitive advantage. This is the game changer you've been waiting for. Get the highest return on your investment in the OECS from the college you trust. Visit salcc.edu.lc. Apply today for September 2021.
And we are back. Thank you so much for staying with us. We're continuing right now with today's episode and diving in with Tristan Dorville, who has been making his name as a young athlete. But like I said, young, and he is still in school. Now, earlier on, we did speak about your crazy training schedule that you would have had over summer. But I'd imagine that the work doesn't only stop there. Of course, you would be training probably all year long. So how do you balance that out of your school life?
Balancing my sporting activities with school is very difficult. Because waking up for either gym or morning practice in the pool, after I train, I'm drained. Like I'm really tired, I'm gone. But I have to focus in class. I had to get this education. So no, it's a good thing for me. I find it very hard to fall asleep during the day, so I can stay awake. But I try to pay as close attention as I can in class. I try to focus as best as I can, and I say as best as I can because I'm tired. But yeah, I'm doing well in school, I think. High 80s. I think I topped my class last term.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm doing well, I think.
All right, and I'd imagine having a good relationship with your teachers would also play a factor in that. You know, you have to give your shout outs to your alma mater. So, you know, what school do you attend and what form are you in right now?
I attend St. Mary's College and I'm in Form 4.
Okay, yeah, that's a tough year.
That's a very tough
as
year.
well.
Also shout out Room 36.
Of course.
Yeah, so, but how... Big up Room 36. But okay, how has school kind of helped in your development as a swimmer? Because I would imagine they will also need to support you in some facets because, as you said, time is very limited. So how do your teachers support you? How does administrators, how do they help you ensure that you're not only doing well with swimming, but also academically?
Yeah, my teachers push me, especially my math teachers. But yeah, they push me. I think they know because I'm a swimmer, I'm tired most of the time. But I try to make it easy for them. I try not to show how tired I am most of the time. I try to be as energetic as possible in the class and contribute. So yeah, there's not much for them to, you know, as try and help me with, but they work with me.
Okay, and you did mention you're in Form 4. So what subjects are you doing for CXC?
I'm doing all the sciences.
And you're an athlete?
Yes.
Tristan.
All
Okay.
the sciences.
Gosh.
Crazy.
That's 3 sets of labs. You must take us through your other subjects as well.
I'm doing PE, visual arts, and of course math and English. I'm not doing English either.
Okay. Now, all the sciences, where are you going career-wise? In addition to being an athlete, if it's a dual situation, I should say.
I want to be an orthopedic surgeon, so going to orthopedics. A lot of the doctors I know say it's a lot of carpentry, breaking of bones and stuff, screws. But no, I always admired anatomy and stuff like that. I used to go on YouTube and just look at anatomy classes. I went into sciences, and I'm really into biology.
Okay.
Yeah. So like parts of the body, diseases, stuff like that.
I mean, I guess that would help as well with your athletic journey, because then you know your body better, you know how you should be treating your body and how you should be nourishing your body as an athlete.
It started off more as a paranoia because I was afraid of a lot of things like diabetes. Yeah, like I went to a diabetes walk, I think, when I was about like 10 or so. And it scared me. I didn't drink juice for like 2 years. I stayed away from sweets, everything like that. And yeah, I think it made me healthier, but that always stuck with me. So I always research these diseases and stuff to like try and find a way to stay as far away from them as possible.
So do you think, is that a way that you try to keep your body healthy to boost your performances? And just speak about maybe the health aspect of maintaining your body for competition and that.
You have to treat your body like a temple. A lot of athletes will say this. I try to eat as best as I can, although the sport that I do, I burn so many calories. I can eat what I want. Sometimes I'm just shoveling in food to maintain my energy throughout the day, because like sometimes if I don't eat, I'm so tired. And if you ask anybody from my school who has seen me, I'm always eating. Always. So yeah, that's one aspect. Another aspect is just stretching and maintaining your joint health. So constantly moving, and cardiovascular health. I'm doing a lot of that, swimming. So yeah, I'm trying to keep as healthy as possible, and whilst I'm doing that, it also benefits my swimming.
So I know we spoke earlier about you in school and then you in the pool, right? So I want to know, what's the most difficult thing about swimming? What's the most difficult thing about being in school? And then which one is worse?
School for me is definitely worse, because it's not that school is any hard or anything, but it's like when you come home from swimming and you're so tired, it's hard to study. So like you just want to fall asleep. I try my best to hit my bed at 8 o'clock every night, because I have to wake up at like 5 o'clock to get in the pool. So yeah, that's really hard about studying, keeping up for exams and stuff like that with the swimming. But swimming is pain, it's physical.
Physical pain.
So but like it's easier for me to get to the physical, but like the mental stuff about school and you being tired and stuff like that, I think that's a bit harder.
Okay, well, Tristan is keeping it moving and also keeping things in motion. We have the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports working with young people in Saint Lucia, and they do have an update for us as to what they've been up to lately. So let's check out this week's Mids in Motion.
Thanks for tuning into Crossroads tonight. My name is Randy Joseph, and this is everything happening in the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports. After discussions on September 21st, 2022 concerning the inclusion of the southern parts of the island in the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports boxing program, the program is finally underway. At a brief ceremony on Tuesday, September 27th, Taiwan's ambassador to Saint Lucia, made a donation of footballs and sporting apparel to the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports. The clothing and equipment will be used to further football development in Saint Lucia. The members of Saint Lucia's senior national cricket team paid a visit to Minister Honorable Kelson Kazime on Tuesday, September 27th. In brief remarks to the team, Mr. Kazime revealed that the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports will be making equipment available to Saint Lucia Cricket Association for distribution to various cricketing programs for development of the sport. Consultant Mr. Vernon Jacques held a training for youth workers on the use of the Skilled 758 app. The app, once launched, will enable youth to upload their skills and qualifications, allowing potential employers access for position fulfillment.
And the ministry is certainly keeping busy, and we're really happy to see it, especially as young people ourselves. It's good to see that, you know, the mechanism in place to assist us with the administrative matters is working very hard.
Yes, it's always good to see that the ministry is working for the youth, and obviously they've been up to some really good work. And I know you guys maybe want to get more into the other facets of Tristan Dorville, but for now, just hold off. We'll be taking a break, and then we'll be back really soon.
The future is ever-changing. Communities, jobs, and economies are continually being transformed. This is why we need incredible minds to connect problems with innovative solutions, to disrupt and create new industries, to enable businesses to think sustainably, to shape evidence-based leaders and the next generation of visionaries. SALCC helps you to shape your career. Your passion is calling. Your future is standing by. Tap into your potential. Virtual and on-site classes, dedicated faculty, diverse student experiences, and highly recognized programs. Saint Lucia Community College. Apply today and fast-track your career.
The world's climate is changing, and that affects all of us. Storms are becoming increasingly intense. Periods of intense drought and heavy rain stress farm animals and destroy our crops. Higher average ocean temperatures kill our coral reefs and change the migratory patterns of fish. Saint Lucia contributes only 0.0015% of global greenhouse gas emissions, but is doing its part, along with countries around the world, to reduce the emissions that are warming our world and changing our climate. These efforts are called mitigation. But decades of emissions have already changed the climate, and the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere today will increase average global temperatures even more. We need to adapt, that is, do everything we can to prepare for and respond to the actual and expected negative effects of climate change, and everyone has a role to play. We need to protect our crops, build homes that withstand storms, and keep our drains and waterways free of garbage to help us recover or bounce back from climatic events. Learn more about the Government of Saint Lucia's National Adaptation Plan and the steps you can take to protect yourself and your fellow Saint Lucians.
And welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. Now, during the commercial break, of course, we're not on a break. We get to continue talking to Tristan, and he was telling us that recently you got a new accolade at school in sports. So tell us a bit about that.
So recently I won elections for Presentation House captain. So I am the official captain of Presentation House at St. Mary's College.
Now, we know that sports is very competitive at St. Mary's College. Now, Presentation House, that's purple.
Yes.
But some might say your shirt looking a bit red tonight, you know.
Don't mind that.
Yeah, you know, Team Rodney is always looking out.
But the way you said, you know, president, is that something you wanted for some time?
Not really. I mean, I was looking into it ever since I was in Form 1. I'm like, maybe I could be here, maybe I could make a difference. But as I went through Form 3, and I really got to participate in sports because we had a hiatus due to COVID. I was like, yeah, I can do this. I can motivate this house. I can bring this house to victory. So yeah, I ran. I won, and we're not done yet. We have to win now. So.
All right, we're looking out for cake day invites.
Yes.
All right. Now, earlier on, Karim would have mentioned that as we explore the different aspects of Tristan Dorville, we're going to look at your art as well. And you did mention that you're doing visual arts at school, right? So are you ready for Saint Lucia to know a bit more about your art, Tristan?
I guess so.
All right, let's check out this footage our team got about Tristan's journey into the artistic realm.
Parenting Tristan is, I would say, a very easy task. Tristan, from very young, has been extremely organized and particular about the things that he does every day. So we do not have to say to Tristan, go study. We do not have to say, Tristan, pack your bag for swimming. We do not have to, as a matter of fact, if we are late picking Tristan up for swimming, he will be calling us and saying, it is this time, so you need to be here, otherwise I'll be late. Tristan is the boy who wants to get to swim practice on time and be the first to jump into the pool. This is what keeps him going. Tristan study habits are exceptionally good. He does not have to be told to do his homework. He excels at school, so he's at the top of his class. So I believe that the discipline that we see emanating now in Tristan swimming and his placement in swimming when he actually competes is something that he has fostered over time by being a very disciplined child. So it carries through in everything that he does. He's also artistic, and so there are times where we would miss Tristan in the house and we would be like, where's Tristan? And we would go into his room and he would be there dawdling, drawing something, looking at a YouTube video on how to draw something, and he would stick at it and draw it and sketch and color and be very involved in every single thing that he does until the outcome of it, and the outcome is typically very good. So I would say Tristan's, what we see now of Tristan and his swimming is as a result of the discipline that he has engendered for himself. We don't have to force it on him. And what we see is the outcome of very, very hard work. Waking up early in the morning, stretching, eating a proper breakfast, getting to the pool for 5:30, getting ready for school. All of these activities are second nature to him now. No one has to be monitoring what he does.
So you can do art and academics.
Right. So there was a time when I was better than Tristan at art. And would say, Daddy, how do I do this and how do I draw this? So I'm very clear that he started with a very keen interest in art. After one or two of my little techniques that I showed him, he went and elevated way beyond my capabilities and started to put together some very interesting pieces. Never really taught, so a lot of things were self-taught, I think, until he went to St. Mary's, where he actually interfaces with the actual discipline and techniques of art, but taught himself a lot, from drawing Dragon Ball Z to his favorite dinosaurs, and so always takes up different themes and tends and puts them onto paper. So but what is very interesting is the same discipline that goes into art is the same kind of discipline that goes into swimming. It's a lot of time, a lot of effort, correcting things, 10, 15, 20 pieces of paper just to get that one shape, that one angle right, to bring the art to life. So it all boils down again to discipline and practice that goes into what he does, and we will share with you some of the pieces that he has put together. And as he ages, we realize the maturity also in his art also develops. So art is no different to swimming, because they also say that swimming is art. Again, we are proud of him for what he's achieving in his art. And I think that discipline will carry him very far. You know, within Tristan, we see a well-rounded individual, because he has the discipline that is applied to swimming, it applies to art, and it also applies to his academics. And once that foundation is there, it seems that it can branch you off into almost anything that you want to do. So we also admire the fact that he performs well academically. From Form 1 to Form 3, he has excelled in his work, and that is happening even with the demands, and it's some really serious demands of swimming. So we are really proud of all of those achievements, but the lesson is that they are all rooted in strong discipline, dedication, time, effort, energy. What you put in, you tend to get out of it. So very proud of this young man.
So Tristan is a very good swimmer, and I'm proud of all of his achievements, and he inspires me to work really hard, and I learn a lot from him, from just watching him in the pool doing his thing, and yeah.
Your brother looks so proud of you. Oh my gosh, sorry, I was so captured that we have some goodies on set, and this one, if I go like this,
I can't
where
really
did I go?
I can't see you, Jacques. But bro, before we even get into the discussion, these are some beautiful paintings, drawings, and I just wanted to tell you that looks crazy. I couldn't do that at 15. So
can you do that now?
No, I still can't do it.
Okay.
So how did you get into artistry, painting, drawing?
Long story short, Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, okay. That's a good origin story.
But as you can see, it's kind of developed into something a bit more than just anime characters. Although when it started, it was a lot of videos, me just trying to get the shapes right. But over time, my hand movements got better. I learned about shading and lines and stuff, edges. So this one here, it took me about 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah, but there's a lot going on.
There's a lot of layers
so can
to
you
it.
try to break down maybe?
Okay. So
okay, bye.
all of these are just different ideas that popped into my head, and I just threw it on paper. So that's what it was. It didn't start off like this. It was actually very messy and ugly, and I'm like, okay, so let me try and make. Okay, so it's basically good versus evil. So it's like, all this politics going around. That's where my head was. I'm like, who is the good guy? Who's the bad guy? Right. So split the world in half, and who wants it more? You have two hands reaching out to the earth. One of evil, one of good. Who claims it? But you see, it's really and truly equal, because there's no bad people and there's no good people. It's just people. And some do more bad than others, but at the end of the day, we're all human. We have our mishaps, stuff we do wrong, but we also have a beauty inside of us. So this is really what I'm trying to portray. You have all this violence, fire, rabid animals, drugs, and on this side is peace and serenity.
Right.
You know, so I'm just trying to throw things together. And you could also even look at it as like heaven and hell, if you want.
Right.
Like, yeah.
But I think our viewers may be missing Jacques, so
I'm back.
She's back. But just as you were going through the description of this piece, it seems that you give a lot of thought into these works. So just describe that process for you as an artist. Like, how do you go from a blank canvas to this essentially?
So as I said, it doesn't start like that, but as I doodle and just scribble on the paper, it starts to, I get a vision in my head. Like, well, this looks like this can go here. And, you know, when you look at different things going on in the world, like I said, like good and evil, you can throw together things that you wouldn't even consider, you know, one or the other, and make it that. So, like, look at the hands.
Bye-bye, Jacques.
You wouldn't think you wouldn't think of a hand.
Okay, let's look at the hands. Let's look at the hands.
You wouldn't think of a hand that's good or evil, but like you can make it that way. One long nails bound by chains. The other one piece, you know, clean, lit. No, so it's I build on it as I go along. It's not like I just have it in my head and I put it on paper.
Now, I just want to make it be known that I absolutely volunteered to do this. And I just wanted to say, during the video, we noted some competitiveness from your father, who said that once upon a time he was a better artist than you. So, you know, at what point did he admit?
He hasn't admitted.
I'll
say that. He thinks he was better. I'm kidding. Okay. He was better, but well, my dad can still draw. He's good at it. He's good at what he does.
So who would you say is better? I don't try to start any family.
I can't say that. I have to sleep tonight.
No. But you spoke about your influence being Dragon Ball Z. So I just want to know how one goes from maybe seeing a fight with Frieza to then
of course Frieza is only
to trying to paint and draw and these sort of things.
Maturity. So I think as I sort of moved away from all the Dragon Ball Z and fighting Frieza, you know, the art stayed with me. So I just moved on to like my art portrayed my thoughts. My thoughts were more mature, so my art was more mature. I think that's the best way to put it.
Now, for Dragon Ball Z fans, it kind of resonates as well because there were so many different versions of Frieza.
Right. Oh my God. So you're in your final form right now, or still a ways to go?
Still a ways to go. Still a ways to go.
So
what about you know, artists hardly stick to one medium. So are there any other mediums of art that you'd want to get into? Could it be music? Could it be fashion? Could it be video?
Oh, well, my dad takes a lot of videos. He takes a lot of videos of me swimming? So that, yeah, so I could study them and see what I'm doing wrong. So, and my mom has a camera actually, so maybe I might do videography or something later on, if I decide to, of course. But, and I could do digital. Yeah, my art teacher, Rosen Daniel, actually, he's constantly edging me on to go into digital art. He says it make it easier for me, easier to send to people, so I might go into that. And also, you said music. I also used to I used to go to the School of Music actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
I did voice.
Really?
Yes.
Now, your parents need to release whatever code, whatever secret formula there is, because I feel like we're peeling back and it just
it just keeps unraveling.
The gift that keeps on giving.
So we have House President, full-time swimmer, full-time student, former singer, I know you still sing, and now you paint. And you, with the school and swimming alone, you mentioned time being a constraint. So where do you find time to paint? Where when
and
you
still
go?
be in bed by 8 o'clock.
Right, how do you do that?
That's a good question. I don't know. But I think over the weekends, on Sunday, when I'm just, in my bed doing nothing, I might pick up a pencil and some paper and just doodle. And if an idea pops in my head, I'll be like, So I'll schedule the time for it. Because when I want to do something, I'll do it eventually. So might be over the weekends, if anywhere I have time, maybe even in school, I'll break when I'm eating. And but this one I did over the summer. Majority of my stuff I do over the summer.
While you were training Monday to Saturday?
I have the afternoon to train. Okay. I train in the evenings and the mornings. But I have a good, 5 hours to just dedicate to whatever else I want to do during that time.
So would this be so are you telling me this is a downtime activity?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I heard. I see.
I would not compete in this
I see God has
generation.
blessed others. I see God has blessed others, but that's
What's
how.
that quote? Lord, I've seen what you've done for others.
Yes. So for you, what is the passion really like? Is it like with drawing? Is it with swimming? Again, I don't want to start any self beef, but which one appeals to you more at this point in time?
It's a passion really lie. That's a very good question.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
I don't know. I love swimming. I love arts. I love everything that I do. I guess I can say I love everything that I do.
I mean, it's fine not to know exactly what you want to do. You're 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 15.
I have time.
You have a lot of time.
I'll figure it out.
But you're already using that time so well, though. They say, you have so much time to figure out what you want to do, but you're already doing so much. Do you ever think that you'd want to reach a point where you kind of want to streamline everything into maybe 1, 2, 3 activities?
Maybe I will now. Thank you. That's something I'll think about.
Okay. But you spoke about with maturity your paintings change, right? So for now, what kind of work do you put out? What are you kind of in those down moments? Because I've yet to see a self-portrait or something with you actually in the pool. Is that not something you're going to do?
I don't draw myself. So I will probably never draw myself, but I have started drawing people. Okay. I've drawn 3 people, and I won't say who they are, but I've drawn 3 people, and I've given one away for a birthday.
For her? What?
For
Mom is in the room.
Secret
Mom is in the room.
But you say you've given it as gifts. Have people kind of approached you into like, hey Tristan, because I think you were giving me a story about this one. Do people come to you with concepts and they say, hey bro, work on this for me or what?
Jokingly, but no, not seriously. But like my friends, they'll be like, "Hey, Tristan, draw this," and I'll do it just to flex. But
now, if you're looking for any inspiration since you've started drawing people, I feel like you've met some interesting people recently who could be very easily drawn, very simple facial features.
Simple, maybe.
Give me a good picture and both of your numbers, and we'll make it happen.
All right, cool.
Oh, yay. I just want to say, I was having a conversation with my dad earlier, and I'm somebody who does a lot of random things. I say I'm doing 500 things at a time. And then it's just so amazing to see you in that same position, but so young. And I think it really just speaks to the fact that young people don't need to limit themselves. It's never a situation where you need to put yourself in a box, right? Back in the day, maybe they would have said, if you're an athlete, you can only be an athlete. You can't be good at school as well. If you're good at school, you can't have friends, have a fun life. You can't be an artist. You can't dabble as a singer, you know, and you're really breaking those boundaries. And I think it's so amazing that you might not even realize how much of a role model you could be for young people, but you know, those who are still young but not as young anymore.
No, it would be nice to be an inspiration for someone out there. If I am, I'm flattered. But you know, I don't think I'm there yet, but that's why I want to be. That's a good place to be. That's a good place to inspire others.
So you say you want to inspire others. So what have you kind of done to kind of push that? Younger people, because you are very young, 15, I must add. Do younger persons come out to you, reach out to you?
Jokingly at school, some of the Form 5s, you know, that I interact with, and they're like, "Goat." But,
oh yeah.
Yeah, but jokingly, but maybe some of the younger kids in my club, I don't know. But I try to be a good influence.
Now we just want to throw in there, because you know we have audiences of all ages. GOAT is not an insult. It stands for greatest of all time. Yes, that's that lingo. Yeah.
I have a lot of nicknames now. I'm thinking GOAT, Bob, Farmer.
Bob?
Yeah, Bob, best of best, or just like. Bob.
You knew that one?
Nah, I didn't know about Bob.
Nah, like they call me that Farmer. One of my friends gave me that pseudonym. Solar powered speedboat. Some of them I don't know, but like Goblin. Oh god, I can't. Goblin. Goblin is the hot one right now, man.
Oh gosh.
I hope I don't look like a goblin.
Nah, you don't.
Oh my goodness. No. You know what, Tristan? Thank you for making this interview so fun.
Right.
And thank you for spending time with us today. I mean, I heard it was raining earlier on. We definitely can't hear it from inside the studio. But thank you for making that journey to come here and to share so much with us today. I'm sure you've inspired so many, and I can say myself too, I have been inspired. Now, we only have so much time, but we have to say thank you to the people who have made Crossroads possible. Of course, the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, KFC. We have KFC vouchers to give away, and we will be engaging everybody over on our social media pages. So you need to look out for that. Crossroads is on a Wednesday now, and we have a new home. So we're hoping that you stay with us throughout this continued journey with the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports. And in terms of our new home, I was told to give a special thank you to Mr. Miguel Morissette from GIS for making all of this possible. Good night, Saint Lucia.
Exponential price increases